When we hear the phrase aging gracefully, it often paints a picture of silver hair catching the light, soft smiles, and perfectly tailored outfits. It sounds beautiful, almost effortless. But here's the truth no one wants to say out loud. Aging gracefully has an ugly side. And if you've ever felt the sting of society's expectations or looked in the mirror wondering if you're doing it right, you already know it. Behind the elegant photos in magazines and the inspirational quotes on social media, there's another reality. It's the quiet moments when you feel invisible in a room. The frustration of watching your body change in ways you can't control. The constant pressure to look younger while also acting your age. This part of aging isn't talked about because it's not marketable, and yet it's real, and it's what so many of us live every single day. But here's where the story shifts. Aging gracefully is not about erasing every wrinkle or fitting into the same dress size you wore at 30. It's about owning your story, embracing your beauty in every chapter, and making choices that honor the woman you've become. And yes, it's possible to do this with style, with joy, and with confidence that doesn't fade. In this video, we're going to strip away the sugarcoating and talk about the real side of aging gracefully. The side that involves courage, self-awareness, and sometimes a little rebellion. You'll learn how anti-aging skincare can be more about self-care than vanity, how elegant outfits for mature women can reflect your personality rather than hide your age, and how embracing change can be the most luxurious thing you do for yourself, because once you understand the truth behind the ugly side, you'll realize it's not ugly at all. It's just life. And life, when lived fully, is always beautiful. So let's take that first step together and uncover what aging gracefully really looks like. The truth about aging gracefully. No one talks about. We've been told for decades that aging gracefully means staying thin, keeping your skin smooth, and dressing in a way that whispers class without screaming, "I'm trying too hard." But somewhere along the way, the definition became less about grace and more about performance. It turned into a silent competition, a constant measuring of yourself against an impossible standard. The truth is, aging gracefully isn't a single look, a magic skincare routine, or a wardrobe full of luxury fashion over 60. It's deeply personal. For some women, it's about embracing their silver hair and letting it shine. For others, it's about experimenting with anti-aging skincare because it makes them feel pampered, not pressured. The problem, most of what we see online focuses only on the pretty side, not the hard work it takes to truly live in your skin without apology. Think about it. When was the last time you saw a magazine cover showing a woman in her 60s laughing with her wrinkles in full view? Instead, we see flawless faces, heavily edited, sometimes even replaced with younger models entirely. This is where the ugly side begins. It's not about how you look, it's about how society tells you you should look. And if you don't fit that mold, you're made to feel like you're failing at aging itself. But here's the shift that changes everything. Aging gracefully is about rejecting that mold altogether. It's about asking yourself, what do I actually want to look like and feel like? Maybe that means wearing elegant outfits for mature women that express your personality rather than hide your body. Maybe it's about keeping your skincare routine simple, focusing on hydration and sun protection instead of chasing a fantasy of looking 40 again. When you take ownership of your image, not for others, but for yourself, the entire experience of aging transforms. You start dressing, caring for your skin, and carrying yourself in a way that feels authentic. That authenticity is the real elegance. And here's the secret. People notice confidence far more than they notice crow's feet. This is why the first step to aging gracefully isn't a new cream or a makeover, it's a mindset shift. Once you understand that, you'll stop asking, "Am I aging the right way?" and start asking, "Am I living the way I want?" And when that shift happens, something else begins to fall into place. The confidence to show your natural face to the world without apology. Which leads us to the next part, embracing your bare face and feeling more beautiful because of it. The bare face, the confidence story. There's a moment every woman over 60 faces at some point. That morning when you look in the mirror without makeup and see everything, the fine lines, the sunspots, the way your skin isn't quite as firm as it used to be. And for a second, you wonder if the woman staring back is really you. That moment can either break your confidence or redefine it. We've been conditioned to think that beauty equals coverage. For years, makeup was the shield we used to fix what time had changed. But here's the truth: a bare face doesn't mean a lack of beauty. In fact, it can be the most powerful statement you make. Natural beauty over 60 isn't about pretending you haven't aged. It's about letting your face tell your story. Every laugh line, every freckle, every mark of a life well lived. It's the quiet confidence of knowing you don't need heavy layers of foundation to be worth noticing. This doesn't mean giving up on self-care. A thoughtful, anti-aging skincare routine can work wonders for your confidence, not because it erases time, but because it celebrates your skin. A gentle cleanser, a hydrating moisturizer, and consistent sun protection can give you a healthy glow that no high-coverage makeup can match. I remember speaking to a woman named Elaine, 67, who used to spend an hour each morning covering her skin. One day, on a whim, she skipped the foundation and went out with just a touch of tinted moisturizer and lipstick. She expected to feel exposed, even vulnerable, but instead, people told her she looked refreshed and radiant. That day, she realized she wasn't hiding behind makeup anymore. She was showing up as herself. And here's the unexpected bonus. When you start embracing your bare face, your fashion choices begin to shift too. You stop dressing to match a perfect image and start dressing to match your energy. Your style becomes freer, more personal, and far more elegant. Because once you've faced the world with your natural beauty, you stop worrying about fitting into anyone else's idea of perfection. And that's when your wardrobe becomes more than just clothing, it becomes a true reflection of the woman you are today. Which brings us to the next part: how your style can speak before you even say a word. Your style speaks before you do. Before you even say a word, your clothes have already introduced you. They've whispered or shouted something about who you are. And for women over 60, that first impression can be the difference between being remembered and being overlooked. The good news: you get to decide what your style says. When we talk about elegant outfits for mature women, it's not about dressing to look younger. It's about dressing to look like the best, most confident version of yourself. Right now, your clothes should highlight your personality, your lifestyle, and yes, even your sense of humor. If you love bold colors, wear them unapologetically. If you prefer classic neutrals, make them luxurious with textures like cashmere, silk, or fine cotton. One of the most freeing concepts for women in this stage of life is the capsule wardrobe for seniors. Instead of a closet overflowing with things you never wear, you curate a collection of high-quality pieces that mix and match effortlessly. A tailored blazer that works with jeans or a dress. A pair of perfectly fitting trousers that make you feel like you own the room. Shoes that look polished but still let you walk for miles. Here's the secret: style after 60 is less about rules and more about intention. When you choose each piece with care, a scarf that brings out your eyes, a handbag that feels like an investment in yourself, your wardrobe starts to tell your story. It says you value quality over quantity. It says you're not trying to compete with anyone but yourself. I think of a client I once worked with, Margaret, who used to avoid bright colors because she thought they drew too much attention. We introduced her to a deep jewel-toned coat that made her skin glow. The first time she wore it out, strangers stopped her to say how stunning she looked. She didn't just look beautiful, she felt it. That coat became her armor, her conversation starter, and her reminder that elegance doesn't mean fading into the background. And here's the truth. When you wear clothes that fit your body and your spirit, you walk differently, you speak differently. You carry yourself with a quiet confidence that no trend can replicate. But style isn't the only thing that frames your face and presence. There's another detail that can completely transform how you feel, one you wear every single day, and that's your hair. Hairstyles that enhance your natural beauty. After 60, your hair is more than just hair. It's the frame for your face, the crown you wear every single day. And just like a beautiful frame can transform a painting, the right hairstyle can completely change how you see yourself and how the world sees you. After 60, many women feel pressured to play it safe with their hair. Short, practical, and discreet. There's nothing wrong with short hair if you love it, but here's the truth. You don't have to cut it all off unless you want to. The best hairstyles for women over 60 are the ones that make you feel vibrant, confident, and entirely yourself. For some, that might mean embracing your silver or white hair and letting it shine in a chic bob or a sleek shoulder-length cut. For others, it could be a low-maintenance haircut that gives you shape and volume without hours of styling. And for the bold, a fresh pixie cut with texture or even a splash of color, soft caramel highlights, a warm copper tone, or a silvery lavender hue. The secret is finding a style that works with your hair's natural texture, your face shape, and your daily lifestyle. Because the truth is, no matter how gorgeous a cut looks in a magazine, if it takes an hour to style and you dread doing it, it's not the right cut for you. I remember a client named Joan, 64, who had been wearing the same layered style for 20 years. She told me she felt stuck, like her hair didn't match her vibrant personality anymore. We worked with her stylist to give her a slightly shorter, layered bob with side-swept bangs. It lifted her cheekbones, brought out her eyes, and took 10 years off her energy without trying to make her look 30 again. She said, "I didn't just get a haircut, I got myself back." And let's not forget hair care. A nourishing routine can make all the difference. A gentle shampoo for silver hair to keep it bright, a rich conditioner for softness, and an occasional deep treatment to restore shine. This isn't about chasing youth, it's about honoring the beauty you have today. When your hair complements your features, you notice it in the mirror, but more importantly, you feel it in the way you move, the way you laugh, the way you step into a room. And that brings us to something even more powerful than hair or clothes, the everyday habits that keep your body strong, your mind sharp, and your spirit alive. The daily habits that truly keep you graceful. Aging gracefully isn't just about what you wear or how you style your hair. It's about how you live every single day. The small, consistent choices you make have a bigger impact than any cream, dress, or makeover. They shape how you feel from the inside out, and that feeling radiates in ways people notice instantly. One of the most powerful habits is caring for your health in a way that feels sustainable. For women over 60, a healthy lifestyle isn't about intense gym routines or rigid diets. It's about movement you enjoy, morning walks, gentle yoga, or dancing in your kitchen to your favorite music. It's about fueling your body with real food, colorful vegetables, fresh fruit, lean proteins, and yes, the occasional indulgence without guilt. Then there's the habit of staying connected. Loneliness is one of the ugly sides of aging no one talks about enough. Friendships, community activities, and family gatherings keep your spirit alive. Whether it's a weekly coffee date with a friend or volunteering for a cause close to your heart, these connections add a richness to life that no skincare product can match. Speaking of skincare, yes, it's a daily habit worth keeping. Not because you're trying to stop time, but because anti-aging skincare can be a form of self-respect. Cleansing, moisturizing, and protecting your skin from the sun isn't vanity. It's maintenance for the home you live in every day. Equally important is keeping your mind engaged. Read books that challenge you. Learn something new. A language, a craft, a skill. Curiosity keeps you youthful in a way no miracle product ever could. And when your mind is active, your conversations sparkle, your confidence grows, and your presence becomes magnetic. Finally, there's the habit of self-kindness. Speak to yourself the way you'd speak to a dear friend. Too many women reach their 60s still carrying decades of self-criticism. The truth is, grace has nothing to do with perfection. It's about compassion, both for yourself and others. I knew a woman named Ruth who started every day with one question. What can I do today that will make me proud tonight? Some days it was as simple as taking a walk. Other days it was calling her granddaughter or finishing a painting. Over time, those small daily choices created a life that felt full, meaningful, and completely her own. And that's the real beauty of aging gracefully. It's not a single moment or a single look. It's the collection of moments, habits, and choices that add up over time. Which leads us perfectly into our closing thoughts, a reminder of everything we've uncovered and how you can carry it forward into your own life. Conclusion: redefining what aging gracefully really means. We began this conversation by looking at the ugly side of aging gracefully, the pressures, the unrealistic expectations, and the quiet struggles many women face as they step into their 60s and beyond. But along the way, we uncovered something far more powerful: the truth that grace has nothing to do with meeting anyone else's standard and everything to do with living in alignment with yourself. We learned that beauty isn't in hiding your natural face, but in showing it proudly, letting your natural beauty over 60 shine through without apology. We discovered that style can be a language all its own, with elegant outfits for mature women telling the world exactly who you are before you even speak. We saw how the right hairstyle isn't about chasing youth, but about framing your face and reflecting your personality in the most authentic way possible. Most importantly, we realized that the habits you choose every day, the way you care for your body, nurture your mind, and feed your spirit, are the real foundation of aging gracefully. These are the choices that keep you vibrant, curious, and connected. Here's the takeaway: aging gracefully is not a finish line you cross. It's not a title you earn because you've managed to stay young. It's a daily practice of self-respect, self-expression, and self-love. And when you embrace it fully, you stop fearing age, you start owning it. So as you move forward, remember this: every line on your face tells a story. Every choice you make adds to your legacy. And every day is an opportunity to show the world exactly how beautiful life after 60 can be. If you found this conversation inspiring, there's so much more to explore. I invite you to join me for our next video, where we'll dive deeper into styling tips, anti-aging skincare routines that actually work, and the confidence secrets elegant women over 60 swear by. Subscribe so you don't miss it, because your most beautiful chapter might just be the one you're living right now.